Follow on from my cast on double-ended needles. As you can see, this is the sock that I started, because there's the dark coloured wool that you couldn't really see in the previous video. As you can see, I've done, that's the rib, and then I've done the body of the ankle part of the sock, should I say, in stocking stitch. Well, it's just knit. To create stocking stitch when knitting on around, it's just knit. So now we're ready to divide for the heel flap. So I'll just do a quick demonstration on how to divide for the heel flap. Okay, so this is going to be only done on 2 needles. So now we need to divide up the stitches for the heel flap. So I will start by knitting half the heel flap. So I need 26 inches, so I'm doing 13 now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, missed, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now I need to take these stitches off this needle and put them on that one, because otherwise it gets very awkward and uncomfortable when knitting, so we need to move those. Okay, so they're over there for now. I will divide these up a bit more when we do the other side. So now I need to go back over these 13. So as we're now working on 2 needles, we're going to be working knit and purl rows to make stocking stitch. Okay, so I need to go over these, back over these 13, and then knit another 13, because we need 26 stitches in total. Okay, so put that needle aside. And I'll carry on here. As you can see, it gets a bit awkward as we haven't moved those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's the heel flap. So if I just leave those in the middle of that needle, and I'm going to divide these up between these 2 to make it more comfortable when knitting on the other 2 needles that I'm going to be knitting on. Okay, so let's just divide that up a little bit. Oops, that's not very good. I'm going to drop a stitch and a half. Okay, put that back up and carry on to be roughly even. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, so there we go. So that's divided all these up onto those, and now we're just knitting on these 2 needles here for the heel flap. So I will continue doing knit and purl rows until I get the length of the heel that I need. I will be back once I've done those. I'm back now because I've done my back of my heel now. I've done the rows allocated in the pattern. So to complete the back of the heel, now we have to do the shaping of the heel. Okay, so where do we start? Okay, so right, so now we've got to do shaping, which is decreasing rows. Sorry, I was just checking the pattern just to make sure I got my right starting point. So we need to purl 14, because we're still working on just the 2. So we work on purl 14. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now we're going to purl 2 together, and then go on, turn, so we have stitches on both these needles, which we will work all together as we go and do on the decreasing. So now I need to knit 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said 5 and then changed it to 6 because the pattern says to slip one. Now if I slip one, because I do tend to work a bit sort of like loose one way and tight the other, I end up with gaps in my work if I slip, so I don't slip a stitch. So I had that in. So now I need to decrease. Make it, oh, it gets a bit awkward sometimes. Decrease and then knit one and then we turn again. So now we increase that by 1. So I did 6, so now I do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which takes us literally to where we decreased. There's the decrease. So now we're decreasing again and then purling 1. Now we've increased the gap between by 1 stitch each row until we have incorporated all the stitches. So I'll come back once I've done that. Okay, so now I've gone down from 26 stitches to 16. So as you can see, my heel's taken a bit of shape there. So that's the flat of the foot starting there. Right, now I need to pick up and knit 13 stitches from either side of the heel flap. Just trying to get my wool sorted. Okay, so I now need to pick up 13 stitches from down there. Okay, I will just go and do that because it would be easier away from the camera. Okay, so you can now see that I've now picked up stitches along that side. I'm going to have to place a marker. So I've got some of these stitch markers because the next, once we've picked up all the stitches, we're going to be decreasing, and there are markers to decrease too. So now I need to work round to the other side, work round to there, and then I need to pick up and knit on that side. Also 13 stitches. So I just need to divide my stitches up a little bit off my needles. Probably have to do that more. So pick and knit these. I mean, sometimes I do go to 5 needles instead of 4. But for the purpose of this, I'm just going to stick with the 4. And as we're back on the round again, it will be just knit on these socks. Right. So I just need to knit the stitches that are on this needle, and then I will be placing the marker and then picking up 13 stitches on the heel flap the other side. As you can see, no, we have not cut the yarn at any point on these socks. You should be able to work from, as I said in the cast on video, you can work from top to bottom on one piece of yarn with no drawings. No need to cut and break. It does get a bit fraught at times with the needles, as you fight with them sometimes to get them in the right places, but you do get used to that. The more socks you knit, or more times you do working on the round. Now I will just go off camera again because it's easier due to the this is 4-ply wool and it is quite small. UK 4-ply wool and it's quite small, so it's easier for me to do it away from the camera. So I will be back again in a sec. Okay, so now we have picked up stitches from both sides of the heel flap. So it's now looking like that, both sides. Manipulate the needle so you can see. And now we're going to be doing the decreasing rows. So I'll quickly demonstrate the decreasing row for the heel, because we need now bring it down to the foot size and shape. So we will be decreasing on this side of the markers. So it's every other row decrease. So, okay, so we knit within 3 of stitch marker. And then we decrease. And then we knit all the way around to the other stitch marker. And then we knit 1 and then we will decrease. I'll just show you down this needle, and then the next row is just a plain knit row all the way around, and then we do a decrease row again, and we continue to do that until we get down to the amount of stitches that we need. So move the stitch marker, knit 2 together, knit to the end. I will complete that round and then do all my decreasing, and then I will be back on camera. Okay, as you can see, the decreasing is creating the right angle for the heel, and then you just carry on doing the foot the right correct length, and then you decrease for the toe. I'll do toe decreasing in a different video. I hope you found this one informative and a follow on for my casting on 4 needles. If you did find it interesting, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.